What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Dusty Fish Company. I'm Dusty. I am out here at Archie Glover Boat Ramp right across the bay from Pensacola. This ramp's close to the house. I am taking my 2022 Excel Bay Pro 203 out on the water for a 6-month review. So I will show you the boat here real quick on the trailer, show you how I launch it solo, get out on the water and give you an honest walkthrough, the good, the bad, the ugly, the things I would change, the things I would do different, the things I love. I'm holding no bars, no sponsorships, me, a boat, and my opinion. Let's get it. All right, so launching this boat's pretty simple. It's not a bad process. It does have a safety chain right here. This is a Diamond City trailer. What I do when I'm launching solo is I give myself a little bit of line, clip the clip, make my rounds. First and foremost. Straps, simple enough. Oop, I'm gonna turn my power on. Might be different on your boat, but this is how my dealer set it up. My power switch is right here. Trim button right here on the side of the motor. Got my transom saver. All right, guys, so that part's super easy. Truck's shut off, truck's in park. I roll the boat back until it starts to float. Now I'm gonna unhook the front strap, the safety strap, and then I'm gonna pull off, and then I'll come back and get the truck. So what I normally do, especially at this ramp, just so I'm not tying up the dock, is I just pull right up to the bank here. All right, power pull down. And I'm set. I'm gonna park the truck and I'll see y'all in a second. Let's go, baby. All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a little run across the bay with the wind at my back. There's a little sandbar on the other side I'm gonna stop at, give you a full water walk around of the boat. And then on the way back, it should be a little rougher coming into the wind. There's about 15-mile-an-hour winds east to west. So it's gonna be about a 15-mile-an-hour headwind coming back. You get to see a little bit of how she does in rougher water. So I'm gonna get out of here, get out of this no wake zone, get across the bay real quick, and I'll see y'all on the sandbar. Let's go. right, so that was a couple quick clips of the boat running across the bay. It ended up being a little choppier than I predicted. It was a decent chop coming across. So you kind of got to see how it handles in rough water. It'll be a little rougher going back. I am going to show you real quick before I hit the sandbar, a little bit of maneuverability and how she does. All right, first and foremost, guys, one of the positives, maneuverability. This boat handles like a dream. It turns on a dime. She's quick, she stops fast, she turns fast. On faster cornering, faster handling, she really digs into the waves. She cuts in real sharp. There's not a lot of slide out, a lot of play. Does an amazing job with that. Give you a quick run through with the boat off the trailer here. Like I said, this is a 2022 Excel Bay Pro 203. So it's the 20-foot, approximately 20-foot aluminum bay boat. This one was equipped with a 115 Mercury Pro XS motor, which I have absolutely fallen in love with. It's done an amazing job. This boat does have 3 wells. It's got the aft well, console well, and one up here on the bow as well. I'll show you those compartments here in just a second. It does have 2 lockable rod lockers. That side as well, both lockable rod lockers. Live well, anchor locker. Another well right there. And water might be too deep for me to get to this one. That's another one there. I'll show you that one in just a second. As far as storage, you do have the center console. I use that center well in the front. I use that one for storage. Plus, you have 2 fold-out cockpit seats on this boat, one on each side. And underneath these, you also have storage. Ooh, I probably need to throw that popcorn away. Anyways, storage-wise, you got a couple of options. I personally feel like it's a little short on storage. I use one of my rod lockers for life jackets. I use another one for camera equipment and snacks. And then I use, when people are coming on the boat, I use that front live well for drinks, ice, backpacks, purses, all that fun stuff. So it is lacking storage a little bit if you're gonna be on the water a lot or have a lot of people out with you. I'm back in the boat. Here's that other live well. It's under the rear seat, right there. Battery, fuel access, all that stuff's in here. Console. It is a center console, right? This is what we're looking for. So here's your console. They come with a decent wheel. Unfortunately, they start rusting fairly quickly. I don't understand what the deal is, but comes with a knob. Throttle's right here. Several gauges. The speedometer is pretty accurate. The fuel gauge is moderately accurate. And then you've got nav, bilge, your aerator, horn, and then down here you got your recirc for all your wells. Key and kill switch is there. If you're curious, the capacity on these is right there. It's the Coast Guard certification on it. And there is an access under here. And you do have a footrest down there as well, which is nice. Now, on the leaning post, got a decent seat with a backrest, 3 rod holders, decent amount of storage in there. It's not technically waterproof, but it works pretty well. I've been in some wet stuff. Fold down step. Let's see. Now, as we move back to the bow, I did have a Terrova mounted on here. I absolutely love having the spot lock feature. You can trim up and down from up here. You can do your nav lights from up here, and you have a 12-volt accessory plug-in as well. The boat does come with tie-down cleats. They're fold down. There's one that's down. There's one that's up. All right, rod holders. You've got 9 places on this boat to keep rods externally. You got 3 rod holders here, 3 rod holders on the other side of the console, and then 3 rod holders up here on the leaning post. So that's 9 external rod holders there. And I don't even know how many are in the storage. I can't see in there. Probably store 4 or 5 on each side. So you could carry probably, I'd say, close to 20 rods in this boat without crowding yourself if you don't need the extra storage in the rod locker. I did equip it, like I said, with the Minn Kota Terrova with the iPilot trolling motor. I did do the power pole, which I highly recommend. That is amazing having that. As you see, just being able to pull up and do this. Or if you're pulling up to a fishing spot, you don't want to spook the fish by putting the trolling motor down or throwing out an anchor. Double click the button, boom, you're stopped, you're silent. My new boat that I'm picking up in 2 days has twin power poles so the boat doesn't pivot in the wind, but still, power pole, well worth the money. All right, now let's talk the good, the bad, the ugly. I mentioned the good a second ago. The boat gets up on a plane very quickly. It handles exceptionally well. But I am in Pensacola Bay. I'm on the north end. This is technically Escambia Bay right here. Pensacola Bay starts way over there, right about where 3 Mile starts. I'll zoom in and show you that. But Pensacola Bay is one of the deepest bays in the country. And for that, with a little bit of wind or the wind from the wrong direction, it can get extremely rough out there extremely quickly. That's my main fishery. So for me, this boat's amazing on the right days. And for that reason, I am upgrading. That's why I'm shooting this review video. I've had this boat 6 months. I am upgrading because I spend my time in bigger water. I am upgrading to a bigger fiberglass boat that I can go out the pass comfortably without having to worry so much about what day I'm going, or at least fish the bay any day I want when it's not raining or lightning. I can get out there in rougher water and fish it and be comfortable and be confident in the boat and feel safe having people out with me. So if that's important to you and you do fish bigger water, that's not the boat for you. If you live in the majority of the fisheries on the Gulf Coast, Louisiana inshore fishery, phenomenal. My buddy Kevin at Salty Bottom Outdoors, check out his YouTube channel. He had a very similar boat. He had an express aluminum boat, and they do phenomenal in the marsh. They cut the tight corners real quick. They draft real shallow. They're phenomenal for that. It's what they're built for, really. If you're in Central Florida, Crystal River, Homosassa, down in Fort Myers, the East Coast, Stewart, Jupiter, with all these amazing inshore fisheries, up and down the St. John River in Florida, any inshore waters, bass fishing, freshwater ponds, lakes, rivers, 100% would I recommend this boat. Or if you're a freshwater guy, in most lakes and bays where you're freshwater fishing, bass fishing, if you want a center console, for the money, this Excel cannot be beat. I think it is worth every penny you pay for it, which, depending on how you rig it, anywhere from mid to upper 30s to low 40s on it price-wise. I think it's phenomenal for you guys. I've loved this boat. This is my first boat. I hate to get rid of it. I do. I really do, because I love it. It's amazing. But for what I do, for as often as I fish, for what I'm going to be doing in the future on the water, guiding, commercial fishing, etc., for me to be limited on my days, it's not going to work for me. There are a lot of positives to this boat. It feels quality. I've beat the heck out of this thing for 6 months. In 6 months, I put 45, almost 50 hours on it. So I've spent some time on this boat in 6 months. Would I recommend this boat? 100%, absolutely, for 90% of you. If you're fishing most of the fisheries on the Gulf Coast, inshore Louisiana, fishing in the marshes, tight cuts and corners, and where you need to draft shallow and turn hard, amazing. If you're in a unique area like I am, where even inshore you're dealing with big water, no. There are times where I just haven't felt safe. The boat's gotten me through it, but there are times where me and other people on my boat, experienced captains that have been on my boat, where we didn't feel safe when the conditions changed quickly in this boat. So for you, no, I would not recommend it. Is it an amazing entry-level boat or an amazing starter boat? Yes. It is forgiving. It is tough. It is durable. I think it is absolutely amazing for a new boater. I've been on boats my entire life, 20, 30, 40 boats. I've been on, spent hours on them, days on them, weeks on them. I've got some experience, but this is the first one I owned, and I'm really glad I bought this for my first boat. It was exceptionally forgiving. So, if you're thinking about getting an aluminum bay boat, I would highly recommend at least a 20-foot boat, which is what this is. I highly recommend Excel, because it is a thicker hull than a lot of the other aluminum boats on the market. The customer service so far has been amazing. The dealer, not so much. I won't say any names, but I would not buy my Excel bay boat ever again from a certain dealer in South Alabama in Baldwin County, the north end of the county, right off of Highway 59 on the right side of the road going north. I wouldn't buy from them. Enough about that. I really hope this review helps y'all. I hope it helps one person pick out their boat. If you have any questions, please drop a comment down below. If you enjoyed this review, smash that like button. If you want to have a conversation and need some advice on this or have some more questions about this boat, find me on Facebook at Dusty Fish Company or Dusty Fish Co. on Facebook and shoot me a message on there. I'd be glad to help. I'll be glad to tell you more about what I liked and disliked. And if you want to see this boat in action, smash that subscribe button and check out my other videos. About 50% of them are on this boat. Some of it's traveling to South Florida, some of it's traveling to Louisiana. I fish kind of all over the country, or all over the Southeast. So, if you do want to see more of me and more of my fishing and more of this boat, smash that subscribe button. Or if you want to see what I'm picking up next, what my new boat in 2 days, smash that subscribe button. I'll have a video out in the next week or two on my inaugural trip with that boat so you can see what I bought, why I bought it, and go from there. I'm Dusty. This is the Dusty Fish Company. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.